Ooh. Alright, today I'm going to do a books that I must read in 2016 video. I really like watching these. I like seeing what books people aspire to read in the coming year. I find it very satisfying for some reason, and I have a list of books that I really want to read this year, so I'm going to share them. Also, I fancy doing something fun. Fun, you say? Out of all the books that I'm about to show you, let me know which book I should read first, and the book that gets the most amount of votes, whether it's comments or people who sum up that book the most, I will read next. Let's do that. So out of 8 books, here is the first on the list. It is The Thing Around Your Neck by Chimamanda and Ngozie Adichie. This is her book of short stories. I do have a few of her other books, but I feel like this would be quite a nice one to start with, because obviously it is a book of short stories. You can get a much wider breadth of her kind of writing and characters. I hear that she is amazing at addressing issues like immigration and the collision of cultures and gender. The next up is a book that I picked up at a Penguin event that I hadn't really heard anything about, and since then I've seen it everywhere. It is absolutely everywhere, and it is Our Endless Numbered Days by Claire Fuller. This actually sounds really interesting. I'm very excited for this. It is about a girl called Peggy who is taken away by her father to go and live in the woods, and he kind of tells her that the world has ended and there's nothing else left out there. It kind of sounds like the love child of If You Find Me and Room in a way, but it sounds really dark and kind of twisted, and I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be great. Definitely want to pick this one up soon. So next on the list I have Only Ever Yours by Louise O'Neill. I just bought this yesterday. I went on a little shopping trip. So this is set in a dystopian world where girls are trained in the art of pleasing men, in this kind of awful world where girls are picked. So I was just having kind of a flick through because I was interested, and I noticed that the girls' names aren't capitalised, they're all lowercase, which I'm guessing is due to the fact that girls are so like unimportant and unvaluable, which sounds awful, but I think Louise O'Neill is, you know, is going to be the kind of author that would be amazing at doing that. So the next book is another one that I bought yesterday, and it is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. This I've heard so many things about constantly for the past few years. I've just heard more and more things. It is now unignorable, and I just have to read it. I don't 100% know what this is about, but I do know that it follows a girl, Blue, and a host of other boys that she meets, and I think that she has the ability to see into the future or something. I just have a really good feeling about it. I feel like I'm really going to enjoy it. Not so keen on the cover though, I've got to be honest. So the next book, so hyped. It is unbelievable. It is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, the first book in the Mistborn series, and it's so intimidating and really big, and now I look at the type, it's quite small, and now I'm even more intimidated. But if you tell me to read it, I will read it, because I kind of know that I'll enjoy it. I don't know why, that's probably a really silly thing to say, because you don't know if you're going to enjoy a book or not, but I just feel like I'm going to. I have a feeling I will. I am excited, believe it or not. I'm not dreading it, I'm just, it's really heavy. So next we have We've Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. This is one that I've actually started reading. So this is a classic, obviously. I think it's like a creepy gothic novel that follows a family kind of laced with lots of mystery and intrigue and don't really know what's going on. I'm not going to set this up in my mind as a horror novel because I've heard that it's creepy, but it's not like, it's not an actual horror novel. Next up, I have In Order to Live by Yeonmi Park. I was very, very lucky to meet Yeonmi a few months ago at this book launch, and she was incredibly lovely, and I haven't read this yet for some reason. So if you don't know, this is a memoir about Yeonmi Park and her kind of journey escaping from North Korea and the Korean regime, and the time that she spent kind of travelling around China, and it's a very, very dark and harrowing tale, I believe, of all the kind of things that she endured and had to go through, and the people that she's lost. It sounds like it's going to be really heavy, but definitely one that we should read. So last up on my list is by Amanda Palmer, and it is The Art of Asking, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Let People Help. This is a memoir which is pretty much completely explained by the title. I actually started this one as well and was really enjoying it, but I'm reading too many books at once, so I had to stop. So I think this is kind of a memoir about her time that she's had as an artist and what she's learnt, especially from asking people for help, and the kind of guilt that comes with it, or the different feelings that you associate with asking for help, and it will kind of make you rethink about asking for help and giving help, which is just something that I'm really intrigued by because I've never read anything like this, and asking for help is not something I have any trouble with. I ask for help hourly. So those are all of them. Those are all the books that I'm very excited to read this year. Do have a vote down below about which one you would like me to read, and I will read the one that you want me to next. I really will. I'll do it. I'll really do it. So that is all, I think. Thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye. See, for me, oh wow, London is loud. This year there's a plane.